My 39F partner, 40M, of 4 years treats me like crap for making more money than him. I think my partner uses me like a maid to make up for the fact that I out-earn him by a lot. My partner and I have been together for 4 years and living together for 2. We have 3 kiddos between the two of us, and a bunch of pets. Before we started dating, I was doing the single mom thing, raising my kids, handling the house and taking care of all the business. I am a rock star at this stuff because I have to be. He moved into my house from an apartment because it is big enough for all of us, in the best school district in our city, and I own it. The balance was always a little off from the start because he and his daughter moved into a household that was already running like a well-oiled machine. We let his daughter pick out all new furniture and moved bedrooms around so that everyone has their own space. I wanted us to build a life together and stress to everyone that this space and all our stuff is now ours. I treat his daughter just like any of the other kids and I am team mom for her sporting events just as I am for my kids. His daughter will do chores when asked just like the other kids, but my partner just refuses. He makes a mess and I am left cleaning up. I am exhausted cooking, cleaning, carpools, sporting event snacks, doing laundry, doing all the shopping, yard work and home repairs. My partner insists on dinner being ready when he gets home, and all his laundry ironed in a certain manner. Our house and cars are expected to be in meticulous condition because that is apparently a reflection of how far we have made it. Of note, I grew up upper middle class, he was poor. On top of all this, I work in a high-pressure job. During the pandemic his job took a huge hit and I told him to not worry about paying rent or the bills. Everything is in my name and again, I have been handling it all on my own, so it wasn't a huge hit to my budget. I make over 6 figures and have done a decent job of budgeting. Well, things have picked back up for him, and even though I have asked, he just doesn't feel like he needs to be paying rent or helping with bills anymore because everything is ours. He makes significantly less than I do and I never asked for equal financial contribution, just equitable. The rent he paid early on was considerably less than his apt or market rate for rooms in a house like mine. He buys watches, haircuts, shoes, clothes and cologne with his paychecks. He travels for work sometimes and insists on flying first class. He works for himself, so this comes out of his paycheck. It's all about appearances. I bought a new car to fit the family better, which I guess technically is a luxury vehicle. He got annoyed that I had a nice new car and insists on being the one to drive it around and show off. I do all the pickups and drop-offs for school and sports and need the extra row of seats for hauling carpools around, but he still wants to drive it to meet with clients because it's a status symbol. He makes backhanded comments about my car all the time, saying things like, "For $70,000 that car should be picking up the kids for you," etc. He gets pissed at me for taking the dogs in the car because they will ruin the seats, and honestly doesn't even like me picking up a bunch of muddy stinky pre-teens after sports either. I feel like I am being punished for asking him to pay rent and owning a nice car. When I brought up the fact that I am doing too much around the house on top of my 50-60 hours week job, he told me to hire more help. I already have landscapers, but now he thinks I should pay for a housekeeper too. I don't think I should be paying to pick up his slack. I have the kids helping out where they can, but they also have busy schedules with school, sports and social lives. How the heck do I get him to shut the F up about my money? Is he trying to knock me down a few pegs with all the housework to feel better about himself? And #X200B. Too long did not read. My 39F partner, 40M, treats me like crap for making more money than him. He stopped paying bills at start of pandemic and I now feel used up paying for everything and also managing everything for the household. He does nothing for the household. Why are you tolerating this? Gianni here. I'd feel bad for his kids. I'd tell him if he didn't shape up. That him moving out is always an option. He's become entrenched in his life and is selfishly putting his needs above what's important. He's a taker, and he's going to take as long as he's able. What does he do for you? Sometimes you have to be selfish and do whatever is best for your family. But it's entirely up to you. Slip out the back, Jack, make a new plan, Stan, no need to be coy, Roy, just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus, no need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and set yourself free. You didn't mention a single reason why he's worth all this trouble. Kick him out. It sucks for the daughter, but he can afford another apartment for him and his kid. You shouldn't be straining yourself over someone who can't even make his own dinner. What will he do to you if you say no? I'm not doing your laundry. I'm not ironing your clothes. You keep saying partner, but he's not your partner. It's like you have another dependent. A fully grown, taking the piss dependent. Time to have a chat or start paying only half, doing only half the chores, take back your car. If your friend wrote this, what would you say to her? I didn't read the whole thing. But remember, part of your responsibility as a parent is the example you're setting for your kids. That's a big part of it. You said it yourself, he treats you like crap. You already know this isn't okay. Disappointed. You husband sounds like a huge asshole and a gold digger. So, what do you think this is teaching your children? Remember, they learn that what you tolerate is acceptable. I would say he is not the right one. He doesn't seem to be helpful about anything. On the top of that, you look like a free maid and nanny for his daughter. He is the luckiest man and you a dumb girl. If it would be my house, I would only ask someone to move in if they are willing to contribute equally. What a piece of shit, make no dollar and wants the food on table and ironed his shirt. When is the last time he took you on date? When is the last time he bought some gifts and flowers for you? Dude, dump him. He is terrible. He's using you completely unapologetically. I almost refuse to believe this is true because you have kicked ass to get so far in your life and now you're basically just standing by to let this guy walk all TF over you. On the off chance this is real, please just give him whatever legal notice he needs to get out and break up with him. You deserve someone who does their fair share instead of maliciously sticking it to you, the person working hard to raise his kid and put a roof over his head when he's going through financial difficulty. I'm in a similar position as you are op. Stop doing his laundry and dinner should be made when you get ready to make it. If you don't feel like cleaning the house this week, then don't. When your husband complains, tell him to hire more help. As far as him chipping in financially, demand it. Do not take no for an answer. Since everything is ours, then we all need to contribute. Because if he isn't contributing in any way, shape, or form, then what is his purpose? Just to drain you and suck you dry. He doesn't pay anything, doesn't take care of yard work, doesn't cook, doesn't clean. Just there to leech off your resources like you are his sugar mama. You're not married, throw him out. You are a girl boss. You do not deserve this. Why on earth have you not had a serious talk about his behaviors? If you want to save this relationship, get into counseling. Get in supportive therapy even if kids drop some sports. You will burn out. Sort this out before it's too late. Your kids deserve a healthy, happy mom. You're modeling mistreatment. Cut loose. You will find joy again, and pride. Dump his behind. H's words I'm not allowed to use on Reddit, but it rhymes with punt. Less than. H's human garbage. Edit. HES letting his insecurities rule and treating you like garbage, therefore he has become human garbage. Id dump him quick. Or seek counseling, but honestly HES not worthy of UIMHO. No real man or woman for that matter would treat their wife or husband like that regardless of their income. Best of luck in your awful situation op. JFC, what the fuck is wrong with you? You must be a masochist because there's no other reason you'd be putting up with this bullshit. Tell that fuckhead to GTFO. Does he have a 9-inch dick or something? Help me understand. How is it that you're working 50 hours plus weeks but you have to be the one to get dinner ready when he gets home? Does he work different hours or something? How many hours does he work in a week? Damn. I'm not one for ultimatums, but I think you need to tell him to get out of his ass or it's done. It's not fair to you. Is he good at sex or something? What are you getting out of this? I was in the same situation not long ago. I opened my eyes when I realized that I was doing everything as a single mom with a husband. I am soon to be divorced. I cannot physically or emotionally take it anymore. As someone else said, I was his fuck maid and sugar mama. You're a sugar mama and he's taking advantage of you. I think you know what to do. But for the sake of the daughter, talk to him first. He should be happy. His woman is bringing in the money and he could relax. Maybe even help out around the house. What a shame. I think you know what to do. Why are you tolerating this? You can have a better partner and you know that. Why wait? Show him the door. One-way ticket. A rant? Do you wish to continue thusly? You enabled him. He took the easy ride. Women have not fought tooth and nail for centuries for the right to keep being unpaid domestic laborers who must always smile and never burn the bacon. Respect yourself. Respect your children. You deserve much more than this. The man is a tick and he is sucking your blood, giving jack squat in return. He desperately needs a wake-up call. You won't believe how amazing you feel when you amputate this necrotic third arm. If this has been 4 years, this is not about him, it's about you. You need to figure out why this is okay for you. I would sit down with him and tell him that you feel that home life is unbalanced. Make both of you write down a list of things that each contribute to the house, bills, chores, kid stuff, and then compare. When your list will obviously outweigh his, tell him that you feel exhausted because of this and would like the responsibilities to be more divided more fairly. See how he reacts to this. If it's with grace, then this is salvageable, but if he puffs up, then I think it's time to call it or go into couples therapy while he moves out. Your life is same or better without him. If he can't make the appropriate changes, then you lose nothing by dropping dead weight. What happens when you say no to him? You can be my partner. There needs to be more stay-at-home dads in this world. I had to look back at how long you've been together, and it's right about that time to evaluate the relationship. 3-4 years is when you get into the meat and potatoes of a relationship and start asking yourself tough questions. Do your goals align? Can you tolerate their flaws? Do they understand your love language? Do they help you become a better person? It's time to sit down and ask yourself these questions. Wake up call aside. I don't know how easy this would be, but can you kick him out yet offer to let his daughter stay in her room, or visit when she likes? I'm worried she is going to be the most negatively affected by all this. To heck with this man, she'd using you. Why are the two of you so careless, jerking this poor child around? You're clearly not committing. Our house and cars are expected to be in meticulous condition because that is apparently a reflection of how far we have made it. How far we have made it. We. Read that word over and over again. There is no we here, it's you. It's only you. You are the one who has made it. You are the one who bought and maintains your home. You are the one who worked your way into a lucrative career. He has done nothing but take a previously good relationship and twist it into a bitter husk of its former self. Sweetie, you still have a chance to change your life. You're not married, he doesn't have anything against. You wouldn't come to this subreddit if you were really happy and found a way out of this. The fact that you're 39 and is struggling sounds really bad. There's still a whole other life ahead of you, so don't waste it. It's only 4 years and pandemic been 2. So half your relationship already just you being his doormat. I don't understand the economics of why you feel this is a relationship. He is a narcissistic father making you raise his kid while he is off playing with toys. That should be family time together, but he is out working for his luxury care. This guy is like a petty child throwing a tantrum. Not the equal partner you need. Mate, you're still doing the single mum thing, just with an extra 2 children. His mindset is stuck in the misogynistic 50s, he doesn't respect you at all. You know what you need to do. You're posting here to reconcile and understand why things have changed and why he's acting this way. There's no excuse for his behavior. You are clearly a great mom who is providing a wonderful life for your children and beyond. You are financially independent and crushing it at work. If he's treating you this way because he's incredibly insecure, why do you want to build a life with someone like that? The pandemic was difficult on so many people. It's no excuse to act cheap and entitled. Tell him he is responsible for whatever chores and he can hire help if he doesn't want to do it, for a start. And FFS, make him iron his own laundry. Him trying to keep up with the Joneses sounds utterly exhausting in its own right. And you don't mention any incomes or budgets, but I would be concerned about him piling up debt without telling you. I don't think this is about you earning more. I think he's just lazy, sexist and entitled. It's important to keep in mind that the kids are seeing this behavior and will think these behaviors are acceptable to treat you and women. My sister was married to a guy who was happy until she managed to find a job that paid her more than he was making. From that point on, he picked on and insulted her in a little while and didn't want to do anything socially with her anymore. He just sat in front of the TV, which is fine if you want to do that, but that's not what they were doing before. She wound up divorcing him after several months of trying to talk him into accepting the situation. She's a lot happier now. I hope you use this post not just as a venting space but a space of clarity so you can regain your life back. There is no point in having someone around who makes your life harder. The phrase, "I can do bad all by myself," comes to mind. So when are you leaving him? You shouldn't have to tolerate this childish behavior. Also, I don't think he is trying to knock you down a few pegs. He has become entitled because you establish this as acceptable behavior. It's okay, it happens to us all sometimes, but it's best to not let these things fester, and a good old reset is necessary, which sounds like you're having your time to hit the reset button moment. Good luck to you. You're in a bind. There's no easy way out of this, and given our society, it's likely to get worse. You can't shut him up. All people make their own choices, and most humans are psychopathically narcissistic. He isn't pissed at you, he's pissed at himself for being a failure according to our social norms, and he's taking it out on you. Unfortunately, this is not an uncommon scenario, and it typically comes to violence sooner rather than later. You need to choose how far you're going to let this degrade. About all you can do is sit down and spell it out to him. You need to get over this shit, or you need to get out. I can't take your stress anymore, and this relationship is going place I don't want to go, because one of us or all of us are going to end up dead because of your hurt pride. He's using you, and he's making you feel like crap when you don't meet his ridiculously high expectations. Don't put up with that treatment. This guy needs to go.